myself Parvati, and I'm going to discuss regarding the design of gantry girder. So let us just quickly revise what all we have covered in the previous class. So in the previous class we studied regarding the step-by-step procedure of design of gantry girder, and we also started with the numerical problem. For the given data we calculated the maximum bending moment and maximum shear force, and we also calculated the section. We just assumed one section, and depending upon the properties of that section we calculated the moment of inertia of the total built up section as well as the section modulus of the total built up section. So till the last class we calculated the elastic section modulus as well as the elastic moment of inertia of the assumed section. So today I am going to continue with the same. Today we shall cover the plastic section modulus as well as plastic moment of inertia. Okay. So if you look here, so till the last class we calculated the section modulus of the compression flange, that is 609.06 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. So today we shall continue the same thing with the calculation of plastic modulus of the section. So what is plastic? What is the meaning of plasticity? So when a structure enters into the plastic zone, so the moment of inertia, the section properties of that section will change. Okay. So how to calculate the sectional properties? The sectional properties include the moment of inertia and the corresponding section modulus. Okay. So this is the section which we have considered. Okay. And in the similar way what we have calculated the elastic moment of inertia, in the similar way we are going to calculate the plastic moment of inertia. For that we should be knowing where exactly the neutral axis of that plastic neutral axis lies from the base. Okay. Plastic neutral axis means, so if you look into this elastic figure, so when the section is in elastic limit, so if you look here we have calculated the centroid, right? That is y bar. So in the similar way let us assume the plastic plastic neutral axis is at a distance of yp from the bottom fiber, from the bottom flange. Okay. So this neutral axis is assumed to be passing at the center of the section. That means it will divide the section into two areas, equal areas. This is the assumption. This plastic neutral axis is going to divide this total section including the channel section. Okay. Total section into half, that is equal areas. So let us consider this neutral axis, plastic neutral axis, be at a distance of yp from the bottom fiber. Okay. So now, so this is the stress strain relationship. So when the member is entirely in the plastic zone, so the area is half, the total area will be shared by both the zones equally. This already I have studied in the plastic analysis of the steel structure, right? So when the section enters into the plastic zone, so all the yielding of all the fibers occurs, dividing the whole area into equal parts, like at both the ends, the neutral axis, both the areas on both the side of the neutral axis will be same. This is when the section enters into the plastic zone, right? So let this NA be at a distance of YP. What is YP here? YP is the plastic distance of the neutral axis from the bottom flange. It is the distance of the plastic neutral axis from the bottom flange. Don't confuse with Y bar and YP. We have to separately calculate the elastic section modulus as well as the plastic section modulus. Okay. So now let us calculate the YP. So the total area of the section will be area of this I section, that is 17038, plus area of this channel section, that is 4564. So 21602 mm square is the total area of the this girder section, right? So total area of the section will be area of the I section plus area of the channel section. So area of the I section, we got it from the steel table, that is 17038, plus area of the channel section, which is 4564. So we'll get the total area as 21602 mm square. So this will be divided at a distance of half. Okay, half means it is the neutral axis will be dividing this 210062 into half. Okay, let us see it in the next step. So let the plastic neutral axis be at a distance of YP from the tension flange. That is nothing but the bottom flange, because tension occurs at the bottom here. So how to calculate YP? So YP will be, see here, it is the neutral axis is dividing it as half, right? So the area of this web, plus the area of this flange will be equal to total area divided by 2. I'll repeat once again. So the area of this web, okay, web of the I section, plus area of this tension flange or the bottom flange will be equal to 1 by 2, right? So area of this web. So area of this web will be this area. So how to calculate this area? What is this height? Height will be YP minus this distance, thickness. So thickness here is, it is 21.3, right? Thickness of the flange. Okay. So this depth will be YP minus 21.3. Okay. Into this thickness of the web, it is 11.2. Okay. So it is 11.2. Fine. Plus area of this tension flange, it is 250 into 21.3. So this area will be equal to this area divided by 2. Total area divided by 2, that is 21602 divided by 2. I am equating the neutral axis I am considering to be passing at the center of the section. So I am equating the area of the this much flange and area of this tension flange equal to half of the total area. Okay, is there any doubt? Understood this equation? Remember, the plastic properties, sectional properties will be different and elastic section properties will be different. Yes, understood? Yes, understood? See here. Is there any doubt? It is simple. If you have understood, raise your hand so that I can move to the next step. So this is regarding the equation. I am equating half of this area of the section of the girder to half of the total area. Okay. So now once you calculate, just calculate the brackets. Okay. So you will get the YP as 508.32 mm. You will get the YP, that is the distance of the plastic neutral axis from the tension flange, will be equal to 508.32 mm. Hope everybody has got this answer. 508.32. Yes, 508.32. Just solve this equation. You will get YP as 508.32. That is 11.2 YP minus 238.56 plus 5346.3 will be equal to this area, that is 10801. So we'll get 508.32 as the YP answer. Right? Got this answer? So now moving on. So once you get YP, now you have got what? You have got the distance of the neutral axis from the tension flange. Now we shall calculate the plastic moment. So what is plastic moment? It is the summation of moment of the forces at yield about the plastic neutral axis. That means the moment of, so YP, just you have to draw the YP distance. Okay. So the plastic moment will be equal to the moment, the summation of moment of this section and the summation of moment of this section with respect to neutral axis, plastic neutral axis. I will repeat once again. The plastic moment of inertia will be equal to moment of this web section with respect to NA plus moment of this flange section with respect to NA. Okay, now we shall calculate. So it is, I will start up with this section, flange section. So it will be area into distance, right? Area into distance. So area is 250 into 21.3. So this is this equation is from bending stress equation. Okay. So directly I will calculate the MP. Okay. So this area into the distance of CG of this flange till the plastic neutral axis into Fy will give you MP of this flange section. Okay, the moment of the plastic moment of this flange section will be area into distance of CG of this flange till NA into Fy, that is the yield strength of the steel. So how it will be? Area of this flange section, it is 250 into 21.3, correct, into distance of CG of this till the neutral axis. So from here to here I have 508.32 as YP. CG of this flange will be at a distance of 21.3 by 2, right? D by 2 it is. D is 21.3. So I need this distance of from here till the CG. So it will be 508.32 minus 21.3 divided by 2. I will get the distance of this NA till the CG of this flange into Fy. So I'll repeat once again. So moment of inertia will be summation of moment of forces at yield about the plastic neutral axis, right? So I am going to calculate the moment of inertia of this flange section and this web section with respect to NA, right? So I have got the NA at a distance of 508.32, correct? So separately calculate the flange, separately calculate the web and add it. Okay, so flange, how we are going to calculate? It is the area of this flange. It is nothing but the area of this flange, that is 21.3 into 250, that is 250 into 21.3 is the area, into the distance between the CG of this flange till the neutral axis. So total distance I have, it is 508.32. The CG of this flange will be at a distance of 21.3. So the distance of NA till the CG will be this total distance minus 21.3 divided by 2. That is 508.32 minus 21.3 divided by 2 into Fy will give you the moment of inertia of this flange section. Okay, will give you the moment, plastic moment of this flange section. Plus, now come to this web section. So web section, again this Depth is 508.32 minus 21.3, the thickness. You have to minus the thickness of the flange. So 508.32 minus 21.3 is the depth into thickness. Into thickness is 11.2, right? Thickness of the web into distance of this CG. So distance of this CG will be again, so this total distance d by 2. So this d already we have calculated 508.32 minus 21.3. So CG will be d by 2. So divided by 2 into Fy. So I'll repeat it again. So the MP of this web section will be area of this web section into the CG, the distance of the CG of this web section till the neutral axis. Area of this web section is this depth into this thickness. This depth is YP minus this depth. So it is 508.32 minus 21.3. You will get this depth into thickness is 11.2, and the CG will be from this, it will be at a distance of d by 2 from the neutral axis. So d by 2 we have already calculated it as 508.32 minus 21.3, right? Divided by 2 into Fy will give you the movement of plastic movement with respect to any of this web section, right? So similarly, we have to calculate the plastic moment of inertia of this remaining above section, right? It is a total moment of forces, right? You have to calculate the total moment. So you have to calculate the moment of all these sections with respect to NA. Okay. Plus now calculate this web section. Sorry, this web section. So plus 600 minus 21.3 minus 508.32. So calculate this depth. How you are going to calculate this depth? So this depth will be total distance 600 minus this 21.3. Total distance is 600. That is from this. Only the I section you have to calculate. Flange section separately you are going to calculate in the next step. Okay. Only this flange section we need this depth. So we are going to calculate this total depth is 600 minus 21.3. Yeah, you got this depth, total depth. So minus 508.36 will give you this depth, right? Will give you this depth. Okay. Into the thickness of the web is 11.2 into again this depth. So depth already are calculated, divided by 2 into Fy. This depth is total length minus this length minus this length. You will get this length. That is the depth. So depth into area, sorry, depth into thickness will give you area into centroidal distance of this web section with respect to NA will be depth by 2. So it is same thing. Into Fy will give you the plastic moment. Plus the plastic moment of this flange section. So plastic moment of this flange section, again it is area 250 into 21.3 into 600 minus 21.3 minus 508.32. So what is the centroidal distance? So centroidal distance will be, the centroid of this flange will be acting at a distance of 21.3, right? So this is the depth of the flange. So 21.3 till here. So how we are going to calculate? 600 minus 508.32 will get this distance. Minus 21.3 will give you this centroidal distance till neutral axis. 600 minus 508.32. You will get this total distance. Minus I need the centroidal distance, right? So centroidal distance is 21.3 by 2. So minus 21.3 by 2 will give me the centroidal distance of this flange till the neutral axis into Fy. Correct? So we have completed the I section. Now coming on to plus the channel section. So channel section area already we have known. So 4564 into the distance of this from the neutral axis. So it is 600. So total depth you calculate So it is 600 plus this distance. That is nothing but the thickness of the web of the channel section. So it is 7.6. If you can see, this is 7.6. 600 plus 7.6, right? Minus 23.6, right? Minus 508.32 into Fy. So we need only this channel section. So in total distance, we are minusing this 23.6, right? Minus, so we will get this total distance, right? Minus this YP 508.32 will give me this total distance. That is the CG of this NA and CG of this channel section. So channel section, I'll just repeat once again, area into the distance. 600 plus 7.6 is the total distance, minus 23.6. 23.6 is what? So it is the, sorry, minus 23.6. It is the CG of this channel section. See here, CG of this channel section. This already I've got it from the steel table. So this is the CG. From the CG I need till this neutral axis, right? The CG of this channel section is 23.6. From this CG, I need the distance till the neutral axis. So in total distance, I will minus this CG distance, right? And I will minus this YP. So total distance is 600 plus 7.6. 600 is of the I section. Plus 7.6 will get me the total distance. In that, I need to minus this centroidal distance of the channel section, that is 23.6. I will get this total distance, but I need till the neutral axis. I have to minus this YP also from this centroidal section till the neutral axis. So I will get this value into Fy will give me the moment of plastic moment of inertia of the total section. Just go through the equation once again. You have to calculate bit by bit. You have to divide the entire I section with respect to NA as one rectangle, this rectangle, this rectangle, this rectangle, this rectangle, and this channel section. 23.6 is the centroidal distance, that is CXX of the channel section. So once you write down the equation, start calculating, you will get the MPS 4782.61 into 10 raised to 3 Fy kilonewton meters. 4782.61 into 10 raised to 3. Just take down this equation, see the figure and analyze. You'll understand it in a better way. Is there any doubt? Got this value? Got this value? Yes, got this value 4782.61. Yes, 4782.61. See, draw the figure little bit bigger, assign all the values correctly. You'll get to know it easily if you draw the figure little bit bigger and if you write all the dimensions correctly. Yes, got this value? Raise your hand if you got this value. With the help of figure, write down the equation. Okay, you will get 4782.61 into 10 raised to 3 Fi kilonewton meter. So now we got the value of the plastic moment. Now calculate the plastic section modulus, that is ZP, that is MP divided by Fy. This is from the bending stress equation, right? So substitute the value. So we'll get 4782.6 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. 4782.6 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube is the plastic section modulus. So this is regarding the plastic moment and the plastic section modulus of the entire section. So now for the top flange section, we have to calculate the section modulus separately, because in the design already we have assumed that the whole section is the vertical loads. Whole section will resisting the vertical force, and only the horizontal force will be resisted by the compression flange. These are the two assumptions which we have carried out during the beginning of the design, right? So we have to calculate the section modulus separately for the top flange. Top flange will include this one, only the top flange, that is the section of the top flange section and the web of the channel section, only the web of the channel section, right? So hope everybody has got this value 4782.6 into 10 raised to 3. So I need everybody to revise this equation again, because you have to calculate these values correctly. If you go wrong somewhere here in calculation, so entire design will be wrong, remember. Okay, so just revise this again. So in tomorrow's class again I will tell you how to calculate for the top flange with the section modulus. So I need everybody to practice this equation at your home, right? Once we finish up calculating the all the required parameters, so next step is we'll just go into the checking of the section, whether the section is safe or not, against the check for moment capacity, and then we are going to check against the buckling resistance, right? And also will be checking the biaxial bending, shear capacity, okay, and then check for web buckling, and then check for deflection. So you have to be getting the right answers of the all the section parameters. These only are the section parameters, that is the section plastic section modulus, then the elastic section modulus, and for top flange differently separately you have to get the section modulus. Okay, so till this plastic section modulus be perfect, because don't go wrong in this calculation. Is there any doubt? Okay.